Good morning. This is Dylan Jovine from Behind the Markets. Today is Thursday, August 8th. China actually came out. A lot of Western governments have been pushing China to, basically to add more debt to spur consumer spending, to save their economy, basically. And something China said that really struck me, China actually came out and said that we are not going to add more debt, that we are going to make a sacrifice for the long-term health of our economy. And, sacrifice is an interesting word. It comes from the Latin sacra farce, which means to make holy. When you sacrifice to do something, you make it holy. And I contrast that with, our situation here where, both candidates, both tickets, the Democrats and the Republicans, are now officially set with Harris picking her VP. Now, there are a lot of differences between the parties culturally, right? Obviously, I don't have to get into all that. We all know what they are. One party thinks that it's okay for boys to wrestle as girls and the other doesn't. We understand this. But economically, there's very little difference between the parties. Sure, each party has its own sponsors, some military, energy, some are solar power, some are, this group, that group, construction, unions, whatever it is. But they're like basically NASCARs with stickers on them from different constituencies. And neither candidate is talking to us about this massive debt problem that we have. And I got to tell you something, inflation is here to stay. We call it secular inflation. This is because both parties are putting up trade barriers to goods that have been made around the world, specifically in China. And what does that mean? If you go into Walmart and you buy, let's say, a microwave or, a coffee machine, a Mr. Coffee machine, and it costs you $30. Now it's going to cost $35 if it's not made from China. So there will be inflation on both parties, from both parties. Both parties have adopted this kind of anti-trade stance, which will be inflationary. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it'll cost us more to manufacture that Mr. Coffee maker here in America or in the Western Hemisphere than it cost us to do it in China. And now that's fine. I mean, as a government, basically our people, we just can't hollow out all jobs. So we're going to have to accept higher inflation. There's a contract between the government and with the people that has to be changed. Growth and trade at any cost is not sustainable anymore. Our voters have told us that, and I respect our voters. But having said that, the thing that troubles me the most is we forgot as a country what it's like to make a sacrifice. To sacrifice. We don't have any leader that is telling us that we have to make sacrifices to strengthen this country for the long term. All they keep doing is handing out goodies and goodies and goodies and goodies, and they are basically spending us into bankruptcy. And it really, really concerns me. We lost, the will for greatness. We got fat, dumb, and happy. We forgot what pain is like. And I'll tell you something, most analysts of foreign affairs believe that, China is going to attack Taiwan in the next, as soon as 2027. Many even believe it's even sooner. I don't know how we protect America's supply of chips if we've lost our ability to sacrifice. I don't know how we handle our debt problems if we have lost our ability to make a sacrifice. I don't know how we handle the incredible challenges that we face as a country economically if we've lost our ability to make sacrifices. So that's what I find myself thinking of today on this Thursday. And I just wanted to share that with you. We are going to, if we don't learn as a country how to make sacrifices for the better of our for the better of our citizens, our country as a whole, and for our children, what's going to happen is the group or the country that knows how to make sacrifices who wants it more is going to be able to call the shots. And I will tell you something, if you have, for example, China running Taiwan, and they can direct the semiconductors, the AI chips in any direction they want, they're going to turn off the tap from sending them to us. That's going to be the ultimate sacrifice. We're going to be cutting off our nose to spite our face if we don't figure out how to get our fiscal house in order quickly. That's all I have. Have a wonderful day.